It's extremely important to look after little details. So the first thing you do in transition before your race, you actually walk the transition. Okay? So you walk from the swim exit to your bike, from the bike to the bike exit, and then from the bike exit to the run. So that's the first thing. Second thing, you always try and get a landmark. So you always look for a flag, a building, some way to remind you where your bike is. And you always check your row. So there's always going to be rows. So you'll be between row 3 and 4, for example. You'll have to remember 3 and 4, and you have to remember that your bike is on row 3. Okay? And then you have to remember if it's at the front or at the start, at the front or at the back of the road. Okay? So with transition, best way to do it, first with the helmet. It's not going to help you to have the helmet like that. Okay? So have your helmet like this. First trick. Okay? So, like this, sorry. What I do as well to gain a bit of time, so when you get out of the water, first thing you do, you keep your goggles and your cap on your head and you look after your wetsuit. Not if you're in really soft sand. If you're in really soft sand, wait until you're on the asphalt, then you start taking your wetsuit. You put your wetsuit down. When you get to your bike, you get rid of your swim cap and your goggles. And while, I'm not going to do it in my shoes or else I'm going to make your towel dirty. While you're taking your wetsuit off, so you pull your wetsuit completely down, and while you step on it, you put your helmet on. Okay? And that saves you a lot of time. That easily saves you 10 seconds. Okay? Then there's two ways to do it. Obviously, the quickest way is to have your bike shoes on. Okay? When you have your bike shoes on the bike, you don't worry about putting your feet in until you get a bit of speed. So you gotta, target a speed. So 30 km/h, 35. I target 40 km/h. So before I get to 40 km/h, I don't touch my shoes. When I get to 40 km/h, I put one foot in. I go back to 40 km/h, I put the other foot in. I go back to 40 km/h, I do the scratchy like I call it, or the little wheel. I go back to 40 km/h and then I do the other side. So it's a step-by-step thing that saves you a lot of time. You can easily put another 30 seconds into people doing that. Okay? When you come back from the bike, same thing. Try and look after transition. So I can see some people already taking their shoes off 2Ks before the dismount line. Don't worry about that. You only need to do it 200 meters before. So you ride hard till you're 200 meters before, then you undo the scratch and you leave your shoes on. Okay? First thing that I really dislike about people leaving their shoes in transition and running with them is that you're not supposed to do it. Okay? The carbon, here it's plastic, but the carbon can shatter. It's not made to run with, it's made to cycling with. And those will really cop it, and then that can give you injuries. We'll see a typical what not to do with Keegan's shoes. Yeah. Okay? Yep. That's the best way to get knee tendonitis, Achilles issues. When the yellow is gone, or a little bit gone, you got to replace them. I replace them every 6 months. Before you replace them, you're going to make sure you mark them so they're in the right spot. If you don't put them in the right spot, same thing, that can lead to injuries, knee tendonitis, Achilles tendonitis, or even ankle issues. Okay? So you're not meant to run with those. I know some people don't want to do it, so you have to, but you got to be very careful that you replace them quite often. Okay? When you get your transition, for me, that's not the shoe that's ready. Okay? I know that you didn't get it ready, but you should have it open. This is really good here. She's got toggles. Okay? I prefer toggles over elastic shoelaces. If you want to have elastic shoelaces, never train with them and only run up to 5K with them. If you've got a 10K off the bike, you got to go to toggles, no elastic shoelace. Why? Your foot moves too much, doesn't have enough support. Same thing that leads to feet injuries, ankle injuries, Achilles issues. Okay, so you got to have your shoe ready in transition, like this. There's a few tricks. Kate likes talking powder. By the look of it, you like it too. Talking powder. I really don't like it. My foot moves too much, slides too much. So what I do, I put a bit of Vaseline there, there, and there, so I can put my foot in very quickly. Okay? Best way to do it. You grab the tongue like this. So you press down. Okay? And then you're ready to go. Any questions? No questions? No? Alright. So we're gonna quickly check what everyone's doing and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with 10 minutes on the bike, 10 minutes on the run.